Hello everyone, it's Tracy. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks very much for joining me. Today I'm doing the assembly tutorial for the sand pail or bucket, whatever you like to call it in your part of the world. This project has been designed by Nicole Silhouette here on YouTube, and I shall link her YouTube channel in the description box below. The sand pail or bucket is available as a digital cutting file in Nicole's Etsy store, and I shall link that in the description box below. It is also available as a cutting die set, and you can get that from the KSCRAFT Lovers store, and I shall link that in the description box below also. I have all my pieces cut out, and for today's tutorial I'm using the digital cutting file. So we'll get started and I'll go through those pieces with you now. So I have all the pieces that you need to make the sand pail bucket. First up, we've got this main piece here, and there are 5 of these pieces, and you can see where I've gone ahead and put the double-sided tape on all of the glue tabs on all 5 pieces. This piece here is the base of the pail, and then we have these pieces here, and these make up the rim edge of this pail. And to begin with, we have these 8 pieces. And you can see where I've gone ahead and put double-sided tape on all of the glue tabs as I'm indicating here. And you'll do that on all of those 8 pieces. Then we have these 2 pieces here, and they have a slit in them like so. And they are the pieces that you'll attach your handle to. So next up I have the decorative panels here, and for my pail I am using decorative panels that I have made myself within the digital cutting file. They're not included in the digital cutting file, so I have made these myself. But I do believe they are included with the metal die cutting set. And you can see also that I've cut 2 sets of decorative panels. One set in the silver mirror board and one set in the grey cardstock that I've just put aside there. This is optional, you don't have to do a second set if you don't want to. I'm putting it in the inside of my pail to give it strength and to cover up glue tabs. Again, it's optional, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. So to put the pail together, we're going to get these 5 large pieces and we're going to join them together side by side using the glue tabs, as I'm showing here. So I'm just working my way along, joining each piece to its neighbour via the glue tab and pressing it down in place until they're all joined together. The cardstock I'm using is quite thin, and that's another reason why I'm putting another layer of decorative panels on the inside of my pail. So I've just put the last piece together there, and it's time to join this shape up completely. So I'm just removing the backings off that last glue tab and joining this all together. Then I'm going to take my bone folder and burnish all of those joins to make sure that the double-sided tape gets a good stick all the way around. And you can see our pail is starting to take shape. Now it's time to put the bottom into position, and I'm going to remove the backings off one of the glue tabs and stick the base onto that glue tab. Then I'll swap over to the opposite side, take the backings off that glue tab and stick the base down into place. This ensures that the base goes on as precisely as you can get it without it getting wonky. And then you can go along and remove the backings off the other glue tabs and stick them in place, or stick the base in place onto them. And you can maneuver the sides a little bit to make sure that they go into place as precisely as possible. So I'm just pressing all of those glue tabs against the base of the pail with one hand on the outside and one hand on the inside, pushing against each other, making sure everything's getting a good stick. So that's the main part of the pail done. It's time to do the rim edge. And to begin with, I'm starting with one of the pieces with a slit in it. And I'm just showing you how that's going to look folded. Then I'm going to join that piece with a slit to a piece that has no slit, as I'm showing here. Then I'll take the backings off those glue tabs. I'll get another piece that has no slit and join it to that one. taking care to be as precise as I can. Do the same for another piece. So you can see this is starting to take shape. We've got 3 pieces with no slit. There's going to be a 4th. So attach that, make sure that we're getting the shape, and you can see slit, 1, 2, 3, 4 with no slit, and then we've got another piece with a slit. This ensures that the 2 pieces with slits are directly opposite each other, because that's what the handles are going to be attached to, or whatever you use to be a handle for your pail. And you can see how I'm showing here, there's a slit, 1, 2, 3, 4, another slit, and then these remaining 4 pieces will finish that shape off. So we'll join another piece that has no slit to that slit piece and work in the same fashion with the remaining pieces without a slit in it up to that piece that does have one. Because you want the holes for your handles to be opposite each other. Otherwise your handle won't go on properly. So we'll just get that piece into position, and then we'll close up this shape. Taking care to be precise. So there we have the rim edge of our pail. And that's going to go into position like so over the top of the outer edge of the pail. You can do it like this if you like, or you can bring it up from the bottom, which in hindsight would have been easier for me to do, because it fell down to the bottom and then I could just bring it up and it was perfect. So I'm just going to work my way around here, removing the backings off the tape on the glue tabs and pressing them into position against the side of the pail. And you can get your finger in underneath to make sure that that glue tab is pressed against the outside edge of the pail. So just taking care to make sure things are lined up as precise as you can get them. And then you can see I'm just using my pokey tool to get down to remove the backings off the adhesive. You could remove all of the backings off these glue tabs prior to putting this piece into position if you wanted to, but it could get a little bit tricky with the glue tabs grabbing before you were ready for them to. So sometimes it is better to just go one glue tab at a time with removing the backings, which is what I'm doing here. Just making sure that I've got them all. And I'm pressing them in from behind to make sure they're getting a good stick against that outside edge of the pail. And just checking from underneath, and I did find that I missed one. So I'll just get that one stuck down, give it a burnish, and then burnish them all. And you don't need to worry about these glue tabs showing. Once you've put your decorative panels in place, they will cover them over, as I'm showing here. You won't see them. So that's our pail finished, almost. We just need to add handles and also the decorative panels. And you can see it's looking really good. Such a fun project. So I've got the decorative panels here, and you can see that I'm putting in the grey panels first, the ones that I'm going to put on the inside. And this is because the cardstock I'm using is quite thin and I want to give the pail a bit more strength. This is optional, as I said before. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. It will, however, give your pail some additional strength and integrity. It'll also cover up the glue tabs on the inside and make it look nice on the inside, which is nice if you're going to be giving this to someone as a gift and put things inside it. So I'm just working my way around, adhering all of these panels on the inside of the pail. And as I said before, I cut these out myself. They're not part of the digital cutting file, but I do believe they are part of the metal cutting die set. Although if they weren't included in the metal die cutting set, you could easily make the panels yourself by cutting out the original pieces and then trimming them down to fit. So I'm just putting the bottom panel inside to make the interior nice and neat of my pail, and then I'm going to put the other decorative layers on the outside. And you can see when we put this decorative panel in place, it covers that glue tab where we joined the rim of the pail onto the outside edge of the pail. So I'm just working my way around putting these decorative panels in place on the outside of the pail. So for my pail today, I'm not doing a beach themed one. My pail is going to be silver and I plan to fill it with flowers. But you could very easily decorate this pail for summer in summer colours, red, blue, yellow, whatever you like. It would make a great gift box for a child that had a birthday in summer season, or anybody that likes beach themed projects. I'm going to share with you a little bit later on in the video what I did with my pail. So I'm just getting all of these decorative panels into place onto the outside of my pail, taking my time making sure that things are in place as I would like them to be. I also decided to put a decorative panel onto the very bottom of my pail, and that's going to give the bottom of my pail some strength. Just pressing it all down, making sure it's all getting a good stick. Now it's time to put the handle in place onto the pail, and I've just got a piece of ribbon here and I've put some double-sided tape on the end. I'm going to feed it through that slit and press the double-sided tape against that side edge. You could of course thread yours through and tie it in a knot, as the knot would be hidden under that rim. That's entirely up to you. And putting this handle in place finishes off the pail nicely, and you could then further decorate this any way that you like. I of course have gone ahead and done something different with my pail. I wanted to fill mine with flowers, and this is the finished one here. I have my handle draping across the front of my pail. That's the look I was wanting. I have a sentiment on the front there, and the spade or the little shovel is included in the digital cutting file only. It's not included in the die cutting set. For the flowers that go into the top of my pail, I used a polystyrene ball that is 100 millimeters in diameter, so 10 centimeters. And what I did was I got a tube, a cardboard tube, and I hot glued it to the bottom of the polystyrene ball. I cut the length to size so that it would fit into the pail, so that half of the ball would be at the top, as you see there, and then I hot glued the bottom of the cardboard tube into the base of the pail. So the little leaves that you can see here, there are two sizes of leaves, a larger and a smaller one. They are part of Nicole's Skeleton Leaves exclusive die set, and I have the two that I've chosen here, the back layer and the skeleton layer of this particular shaped leaf, both in the large and the small. So the large one was around the bottom, and the smaller one I used on throughout the bouquet on the top. And I think that really adds to the look of the little posy in this pail. These flowers that I've used, they're pre-made. I've not made them myself. I'm not very good at making flowers. They're from KSCRAFT, available here in Australia, and they come in a pack of 8, and they're 4 centimetre roses, and I've used my favourite colour. These aren't very dear for me to buy here in Australia. They're only $3 or $4 a packet. You of course could use any type of flowers that you liked, and if you like making flowers yourself, then that would be perfect for this particular project. Just giving you a look all the way around. I've got my sentiment on the front. You could use this for someone that is unwell, or if they're in hospital as a get well gift, or you could use it as a centerpiece for on a table for a wedding or a bridal shower or something like that. It just gives another use for this particular project, giving this a little bit more versatility than what it was originally designed for. I know a lot of you crafters will make these sand pails with beach themes in mind, but I just wanted to share something a little bit different that you could do with the pail. So that's my tutorial finished for today. I hope you've enjoyed watching and that you feel inspired to make one of these pails in either a beach theme or go with what I've done here, something a little bit different. If you do make one, don't forget to share pictures on Nicole's Facebook group. You can also share pictures on your Instagram and tag Nicole. Her Instagram handle is @NicolesPaperCrafts. Don't forget to check the description box down below for the links that I have previously mentioned, and if you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would really love that too. Thanks very much for watching today. Have a great day, and until next time, it's bye for now.